Now, there's a really facepalm kind of story coming out of the Vatican right now. The Pope was talking to some 9,000 medics and volunteers from the Italian medical charity Doctors with Africa. He said, "I ask you to please pray for me too, so that the Lord will make me each day become poorer." That's a very strange statement. That strikes me as very odd. Now, he praised the group for its actions inside of Africa. It's, donating medical skills to help people who don't have anything. And then he proceeded to say that healthcare was not a consumer good. He said it was actually, a universal human right that everybody should have. It should not be a privilege. Now, he said something more specifically. Healthcare, especially at the most basic level, is indeed denied in many parts of the world and many regions of Africa. It is not a right after all, but rather it is still a privilege reserved for the few, to those who can afford it. I'm kind of perplexed by this statement, "Pray for me to become poor." I'm not entirely certain what that's supposed to mean. It doesn't seem to make much sense to me. It would seem like he's saying something along the lines of redistributing wealth in order for healthcare to be carried out for those who need it. But why would we pray for the Pope to become poor? How about we just storm his palace and take his wealth and use that to help the people that he says should pray for him to become poor? It's just really strange. It's really how the religious mindset works with human rights. A lot of them support them. For example, the Catholic Church in Latin America is very leftist, but yet somehow this doesn't translate to actually taking action. He's telling you pray so that he has less money, so that it goes to those who need it, or he could just hand it over to those who need it. I mean, this whole statement just sounds, it reeks of very much liberalism. Just do some kind of feel-good measure to try to push it along the right direction. But don't actively do anything that would solve the problem. I mean, we can then from here go into a whole about the history of the Vatican and how much wealth it's actually holding, and that the allegations that they hold a lot of holdings and stocks and weapons companies and make a tremendous amount of money off of war and all sorts of other things. Of course, we're not allowed to actually see, what the Vatican is invested in, how much money it's really holding, but I digress. It's a very strange statement that could be taken more than one way, but given what the Pope has said about capitalism and what he has said in the past about redistributing wealth, I think it's probably somewhere along those lines. Thank you for watching. Won't you go ahead, rate, comment, subscribe, and share on various social media. And if you want, you can head over to my Patreon page and show your support. Or you could head over to the MRN bookstore and check out some of the latest books available.